Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to talk about one of the lighters that I bought from Ted Ballard a couple weeks ago at the National Lighter Museum in Guthrie, Oklahoma. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much I paid for this lighter, although I might have already mentioned it in another video. But I will say Ted may have cut me a little bit of a deal on it and another lighter. I really enjoyed both visits that I've made up to the National Lighter Museum in Guthrie. Ted is a character, to say the least. A very nice guy, but he will tell you some stories. He will perhaps pull a prank or two on you. And you won't be bored if you go up there and talk to him. I don't know how much longer he's going to be advertising his lighters for sale. He told me that he needed to get rid of everything so he could die in peace. This lighter is from the 5th anniversary. Ted didn't remember a lot of information about the National Lighter Museum Zippos that he had. This one was made in 1998, the XIV. G is the month that is stamped on the base. You can see it's very clean. The dimples are pretty uniform, somewhat oblong and a little bit diagonal in their direction. I don't remember seeing that too often before, but you see those weld dimples in all shapes and sizes, even the repair versions. This lighter had flint dust all over it when I pulled it out of the box, and it also had the paper warning sticker debris stuck to it. The adhesive did not peel up, and some of the paper was stuck to it as well, and you have probably seen that video, aired Monday morning. And I put on the gloves to help hopefully get some of these fingerprints off, but you can see here once we get it in the right light, I don't believe there's any evidence of the adhesive, and I also don't believe I scratched it any. If I did, somebody please tell me. Tell me what you see there. It looks very uniform to me, and like I said, I don't see any evidence of either adhesive or scratches. I used the, I soaked it in alcohol and then organic cotton to finish it, and started removing that with just regular cotton swabs, Q-tips, what we call them in America. We got two colors of paint here, and I think it's very interesting also. I didn't get a chance to ask who designed the lighter or the logo or graphic or whatever you would call it, but all of the letters are capitalized, and then the first and last letter in each word is printed in a bigger font than the other letters. The hinge is very tight. Well, I wouldn't say very tight. I would say tight, snug. Doesn't have any wobble. It doesn't. I've seen some of the older ones where you literally kind of have to force them up or down. This isn't that tight, but there wasn't. I don't believe there was really any wobble in that hinge. See the base stamp there again, GXIV. And our insert, which that bottom pad looks a little bit dirty. We talked about that in the repair video for this lighter, where we drilled out the flint tube and cleared the insert of all that. Well, you're going to see here in a moment. We did not get it clear of all of the flint dust, and so I'm going to wipe some of that off with a toothpick and a common household wipe here in a moment. See there around the top of the flint tube, there's a good deal of that dust and debris still there. So you can also see there a little bit of flint dust debris left on the file wheel. So we'll see just from a little bit there how much that dust really stains up that rag. But we're also going to wipe this off of the file wheel, which these common household wipes do a pretty good job for this kind of stuff. I see those guys like Vlad Art Smith and J.G. Moore on Facebook talking about polishing the inserts. They advertise that they polish them and they look great, shined up. I've never polished them or put any kind of polishing compound or wax, or I don't know what you would use. Brasso maybe. Insert is marked K of XIV, which is 1998. And you can see those marks up there on that upper part of the back side. I remember the Bob Dylan Zippo that I sold, had some marks like that, and I'd asked about it. Several people said it was normal from that time period especially. And this one isn't as bad as the one that was on the Bob Dylan lighter, and that lighter was somewhere around the late 90s. I've had two of them. I still have the one. One of them was early 2000s. The other one was late 90s. This is a lighter that I am very glad to own. It's really cool to look around the room up there at everything that Ted has put together. And I am awed by his ambition to even consider opening a museum, the National Museum for Lighters. Is a pretty good goal and a worthy one. And I'm glad that he was at least able to operate it for a while downtown. I'm sad that he's never been able to operate it out there where he's at now. But I'll be forever grateful for the conversations that I've had with him. And I hope that I still have many more to come. I also look forward to posting these Zippos on the Zippo Addicts page sometime for a theme week, maybe some anniversaries or something like that. Really glad to add this National Lighter Museum 5th anniversary Zippo to my collection, but because it's brand new, because it's never been lit, I'm still not going to light it. So we'll say goodbye today with the 1941 replica. Until next time.